Alright, welcome back to Drakenstein Online and Excel. Today a full tutorial of this calculator because I have released it now. You can access it by looking at the link in the description. I will pin it in the comment as well. I've created a little Discord server for that. Just press the link, join the Discord and go to the download section here where you can just download the newest version. I created the Discord so I can update the calculator because it's still not completely finished. Just to update it. Alright, let's get into it. So we have a naked mage here because I'm a mage, and I will completely input all my stats into this calculator from 0 to 100 with you together. Let's start the basics. Alright, so we of course first start with the wisdom tree, which is completely empty, but I prepared my wisdom tree of course. So we will just go here and see how many points we put in each stat here on the top here. For example, we have here 60, 60 and 30. Then we have 80 on this damage one and 80 on this crit one. Let's look again. We have 40 on block and 80, 80. And we are currently a one-handed mage and put 60, 60 on damage and speed. The other values are not important because they don't change our stats directly. Alright, let's compare the stats and see if everything is alright. No, because I made a mistake. The wisdom already applies even though we don't have a weapon, so if we zero that out, it should be correct. But if we input our weapon, it should be completely accurate. So let's do that and start with our beautiful weapon, which is of course Arachna's weapon. So we go down here. It doesn't really matter. Wait, it does matter where you input your stats. At least the weapon, you should put your weapon into the weapon slot, otherwise there can be difficulties with the one-hand and two-handed duel. Alright, so first of all we look what kind of stats are. Let me just make this window here bigger so you can see it better. Just a tiny bit. So with damage, attack speed and critical value here. Damage, you can just type it, it should autofill or not because I haven't filled it anywhere. Hello. Alright, it works beautiful. Damage and critical. Alright. Now we take the entire values, including the 3 numbers after the comma, very important. So 19, 19, 703, 703, attack speed of 208, and critical of 2059.829. Alright. Now let's see the orange values, which is a flat damage number, not a percentage number. So if you have an orange value which is not in percentage, we input it here. So just put another damage in here and copy it. 1842. You can always see the total damage of the weapon here. Let's see, we have damage. Now you could just press D for example and it will autofill. D and enter. So this is a very painful part actually. You have to copy every number exactly like you have it here. 44699. Then we have 12124. Then we have 716. And then we have 666. Alright. Now the last part are the gems, which is nice because it's apart. We have these 5 slots down here for. If you have an opal, just for example this one is crit, damage, attack speed. So what we will do is going for damage, critical and attack speed. Alright. So let's see, we have a damage of 850 from our opals. And you can see the damage will now increase here. We have now 12,000 damage on this weapon, including all damage stats, all blue values, and all gems, of course. Oopsie. Critical is 5630 and attack speed of 0.075. Alright, this is the complete item. Let's take a look at the stats, see if it works. So we have almost the same damage. As I said, you can't really change the discrepancy in damage because those three values you see after the comma are still a rounded number, which will change the results slightly, sadly. Alright, let's just compare. 57,229. Okay. Attack speed is completely the same, critical is the same, the crit rate in percentage also, if you go here on bloodshed, 13.26 is the same number as here. Alright, the rest hasn't changed. So, now if you do this for all these motherfucking items, it should work, which we will do now. But first we will go for the runes. So I have just maxed runes on here, except Solstice rune. You just go to this window here, you have damage rune. If you have them all in legendary, just type in 32.5. It's of course comma, not a point. Thank you very much, otherwise it will not work. Run speed is max, health is max, resistance is max, armor is max. And for the Solstice rune, these are these runes which increase 3 stats here, 26%, ice, health and critical. Just use this one, 26%. Do I have block runes? I don't think I have block runes. Material runes of course don't matter. Health region runes have not been integrated yet. Alright. If you compare, damage looks good, attack speed looks good, crit looks good, health looks completely good. Resistances, block value, everything is fine. Beautiful. Now the jewels, there are only 4 important jewels I have included yet. I don't have a 2-hand, 1-hand damage jewel, but I have the other jewels. Where the hell are they? Here. Which are the damage, health and armor jewel. These of course don't include 150% damage rune for picking up a health sphere and the rune of the rage jewel, which is down here because it's not increasing your city stats. You can activate it down here. For example, if you have a legendary rage jewel, you have to do this and it will show you the stats with this jewel activated. Let's compare again. Alright, looks good, everything looks good. Alright. Now we go to the pet. So we will of course equip our Birach pet because I'm too lazy for the Sargon one. So we just go here and this is the pet effect. We have a 27.5 damage on the Birach pet, and the pet bag is the permanent effect we have for every pet, which is 33. I shouldn't have deleted that here, I'm an idiot. 33% health. Resistance of 15%. Damage of 6%, and block value of 2%. Alright, let's compare again because I'm not sure if I did it right. Yes, usually these 4 names should already be inside of here. Alright, anything else? Yes, because I'm a mage, my resistances and damage does increase change here in this window. So we choose our ice talent here, 10 points in it. We go down here. This one is for elemental skills. You choose the ice skill and type in how many levels you have in it, 10. And then, because I'm a mage, I have a blood mage talent, which gives me damage. Which I will choose here, blood mage, 5 points into blood mage, gives me 50% damage. And then we can also go on the same run, choose our essences, which are green. So, alright, let's put that in and let's take a look. Damage is beautiful, attack speed, critical, What did we change? Just the damage, right? Looks all fine. Resistances, let's take a look at that, because of course these elemental skills reduce resistances for other elements, but also increase the main element. So we have 117,066 ice, fire is right, lightning is the same under magic, poison, beautiful. Alright, let's just input all the other items. So we start with the necklace. Alright. So we have damage, critical health. At this point you can just, for example, press a D, C, add a health, which will make it a little bit faster because you already inputted those names, it will autofill them. So 1628, 1628.923, oopsala, 0.923. It's much easier if you have a second monitor, so you can just put the game on the other monitor, for example, and don't have to tap back, but for the sake of the video here. So critical 1296, 1296.695, 695, health 21906, 21906, 152. We have a damage value and a fire resistance value, so we put damage here and go for the fire resistance, not the poison, the fire resistance. So we have damage of 2584 and fire resistance of 2433. We have, of course, damage values on here, D, pretty easy. And 4476, 2 times, 4476, these are the max values, 638 and 637. As I said, this is a very painful part, but if you do it right, you only have to do it once and just change the item you change on your character, for example. So, of course, and damage gems of 3000, and now you can already see how much damage it has. 20,000 damage on this item alone. Alright, the cloak, which is interesting because it already is a set piece. So we have 15% health and armor, so we go here to those orange values and put in health and armor. Each one 50%, right? Alright, easy peasy. 15 and 15. That's how it is. So we have this damage, attack speed, health. Damage. Alright, doesn't work. Beautiful. Damage, attack speed, and health. We have 1891.513. Then we have 0.06. and 16507.200. No orange value, just attack speed AAAA of 47077, 47087, 47019, 47038. Alright, and gems of 0.132, that's right. Let's check the attack speed value, which is now sitting at 3.229. As I said, for example, this cloak, for example, only shows 2 numbers after the comma, which is probably not right. As I said, it's working with rounded numbers here, sadly. So now we have a little attack speed discrepancy. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Crit is the same, damage is the same. Alright, let's just keep going with Dreier instead. We have damage, crit, and health on the helmet, which is here. Damage, crit, and health on the helmet. And 1644.883. Then we have 1401.911. And 2637.978. We have this as a crit helm, so we just press C, 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 C. So 24.5, easy. 24.442. It's easier to just look at the 3 numbers after the comma because the first one is always the same if you have all enchantments on 100%. So 493 and 5 again. Alright. The set bonus doesn't change your stats. So let's take a look at the crit. No, we haven't inputted the Onyx values yet, which are 22,500. Alright, let's see. Crit of 196376. Beautiful. Damage, still 2 damage difference. Health is not the same. Alright, let's investigate why our health is not the same here. Have we inputted the right number? Something is not right now. The cloak had health. And the helmet has health. But for some reason we have... I am not sure. Okay, we have a relative modifier of 116.5. We can look at our modifiers down here. Alright, 15% health are missing. Is this value not working, for example? This value is not working, but why? Is this armor value working? Armor is working. So let's put health in here. Aha, we found a bug. Interesting. For example, this health value is not working. I will not take a look at that now. Alright, 874771. Beautiful, everything is working fine. And the shoulders, which are damage and health only, 2 enchantments, damage and health. I know it's a critical. Alright, thank you very much for nothing. Critical, CCC. So 1891 is the same number, and 513, health of 3314 and 398. Critical values of 454, 538. Was that right? 522, yes. 453. Alright. And also critical, and we have 22,500, the same number on this one. Let's check damage, health, and crit if it's right. Damage. It's not right. Why? Because now we have 3 set bonuses, and which gives us 7.2% damage. Let's see. Why is this value not working? If I put in damage here, hello. 7.5 damage. This won't work with damage. Alright. Damage. Still 2 damage different as expected. Health is right. Critical is right. Even the percentages are working. 4701 for bloodshed. Correct. Alright. Alright, let's go with the Belt of Zeal. So damage, health, and resistance. Damage, health, and not head. What the fuck? Health, resistance. You could always just look it up here, you don't have to write it, it's just faster for me. So 15 to 1 damage. 0.93 damage. 22,961.973. And resistance 1589.805. Beautiful. So now we have an orange value, which is a percentage, so of 22,384, which you have to put down in these boxes. Damage, beautiful. We of course have 4 damage values on here. Let's see, we have 701. Then we have 745. Then we have 758. Then we have 763. 3. Alright, you could always look at the green values, for example, here to see if you did it correctly, which we didn't because we still need to input 4000 damage for rubies. So, for example, if you now look at the top green value here, 2468.358, almost the same. That's the discrepancy I was telling you about all the time. So let's take a look at the damage. 332,856. It even lowered the discrepancy a little bit. Beautiful. Alright. The effect of the Belt of Zeal. You can go down here and just type in 100 or any number for effect and see your stats, how they would look like with the Belt of Zeal completely activated. This is what this window is generally for. We have Immortus set here, the Healing Jewel, Rage Jewel, Battle Anger effect, for example, when you have those 100 stacks after having 4.0 attack speed or more. Alright, keep going. Balor Ring number 1. Baby. Damage, health, and under magic resistance was it, I think? Yeah, alright. So 1848.376, health of 272.396, and 3976.182. We have a damage value. Now it's interesting because we have one percentage and one not percentage value. So just the, oh, that's wrong. Just the percentage value and the not percentage value in here. Now I'm a little bit talking bullshit. And the percentage value down here under magic resistance. If you don't care about the resistances, you don't really need to input it. So 26,922. Right. 4 times damage, of course. 4476 702 746 and 621. And we have damage, I think it was 4000 in this ring. Yes. Let's also put in the other one. Sometimes it's autofilling, sometimes it's not. Why? Ah, god damn it. Why am I even bothering? Alright. We have 1857 damage and 539. So 18406 health. 0.166. 2650. 0.237. Alright. We have of course the same damage as an orange value. And under magic resistance is of course the same. We have damage on here also 4000? No, this one is 3000. And damage. Let's see, 716, 617, 637, and 743. Okay, let's just check it a bit. Damage of 458757. Almost, as I said, damage is damage. Crit the same. Health is completely the same. Under magic resistance is completely fine. Alright. Keep going with the adornment, which has damage, attack speed, and crit. Damage, attack speed, and critical. So we have 1762.899. Then we have 053 and 1930.65. We have damage and crit as percentage orange values of 67637 and 6126 critical. We have it as a damage adornment and have 743, 749, 726 and 63 and 4000. Oh, wrong window. And 4000 ruby damage. Let's look at the damage. 515. Looks good to me. Critical. Exactly the same. Even the percentages, attack speed, almost the same. Can't change that sadly. Alright. Torso is the Siggy torso, which has damage, health and armor. Damage, health, not head, what the hell. Armor. And we have an orange value of ice resistance. Here. Alright. We have 1565.893. 11914. Not great. 823. Not great. So armor 1525.429. 3459. 3459. And we have it as a crit as well. Because why not? So 24. So 478. Okay, that's nice. 556. 543 and 49. And we have gems of 23. 50. Alright. Let's look at the critical. 345. No, it's not right. Critical should always be right. That has never been a problem. Let's see. Damage is right. Health looks okay. Armor looks also okay. Ice resistant has changed. It's okay. And let's just take a look at the critical values. 23, 580. So 478, 556, 543. Here's a problem. 543. I misspelled it. And now the critical is fine enough. Fine enough for me. Alright. Alright. Gloves. Glovey gloves. Attack speed, critical, and lightning resistance. Very interesting. Because it has it twice on this item. Because why not? Who doesn't love some good lightning resistance? So let's start the attack speed with 0.39. A critical of 1726.432 and lightning of 3855.178 and another lightning of 4865 and we have it as attack speed. So attack speed of 069, 103, 091, and 005. And we have attack speed gems of 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Let's look at the attack speed. Now it's right. Beautiful. Damage hasn't changed, I think. Has it changed? Is it the same damage? Yes, it is. So critical. Also completely the same. Beautiful. Let's look at the lightning resistance just to check. 6, and 39 at the end. Alright. Close enough for my ideals. Let's take the Brigavik boot. So this one is different. We have 10% critical on here, which is of course not critical on this item. So we have to put those critical of the Brigavik boots into these values here of 10%. So now the critical should already be the same, right? Not quite, because it has base critical. Alright, let's just keep continuing. Damage, movement speed, critical. Movement speed is, I think, is run speed. Let's see, run speed. Sometimes it does autofill, sometimes it doesn't. Why? I have no idea. So 1469, damage 0.544. Run speed of 1002. Critical of 968. What a nice number. 824. A nice low number, of course. And we have a run speed enchantment of 25558. Alright. And we of course have run speed. Let's see, 22449, 420, 433, and 449. And we have gems, which give us exactly 1 movement speed. Alright, let's check the run speed, which we can't because we're in the city. I'm a walking genius. Now it looks completely fine. Let's activate the wisdom, of course, again. So the critical is completely correct. Awesome. What else has changed? Nothing really. The damage a little bit. Alright. And the riddle for the end, which gives us a beautiful of health, armor, and block. Health, armor, and block value. And also a flat health value again, because why not? So health of 32,492.382. Armor of 14 and 16.292. And a block value of 43879.084. And a health enchantment of 44463. Beautiful. And of course you play it on health. Let's see, 505. Then we have a 537. Then we have another 537. And another, damn. I think these come from crafting the Dion set. Alright, and we have health of 29,200 in gems. Alright, now we finished. Let's look at the health. 1,744,246. Awesome. Armor value looks awesome. Block value. Where's the block value? There it is. Looks awesome. Alright. And that's pretty much it. We inputted everything our character can change. Now, you should probably save that, so you don't have to do it again. And now we can just play around. For example, you have the blood rage effect for the mage, which is in the skill tree. When you kill an enemy, you have a chance to get attack speed and damage. We can activate that, for example. Then if you have 100 stacks for Belt of Steel, then we have the healing jewel. We have, for example, the battle anger effect and the rage jewel. We can activate all of that. And for example, just see how much damage and attack speed we would have. You can also just test if you have enough attack speed with the Jewel of Rage, if you have enough crit. So, for example, I can see I don't have maximum crit at Bloodsheet now with the Rage Jewel, and not even enough attack speed, but I get enough attack speed from the Blood Rage effect, almost, with at least a couple Belt of Steel stacks. Yes, that's how I play, don't ask. To get at least on 5 attack speed. And so you can just play around. For example, how much damage would the offhand jewel give me, for example? If I put in the 10%, I would get, for example, not much. For example, necklace, if I would max out my rubies on here to 7,000, bam, that would my damage increase be. And to just test around, is it enough for what I'm trying to achieve? Now you could also go for PvP stats by just clicking on here and see what my PvP stats would be. and see, alright, I have no run speed in PvP apparently, and shitty attack speed. As a mage, for example, you still have your 20% you could skill in the PvP tree, if it would let me, hello, which I play with. I would have, for example, a little bit over 2 attack speed in PvP with this farm setup, of course. And let's revert it, alright. Also, if you have set boni, which with flat values, which I don't have right now, for example, Sargon set, or you have, I don't know, where are they? This one, for example, with those flat values, you can put it in here. I have, for example, Sargon set with 4100 damage or whatever it does, and would give me a damage increase of 12,000. Who knows? Also, your buffs, you can activate your damage buffs. Here I have damage buff of 10,000 and 18%. You put your 10,000 in here, and you can put your 18% in here. I wanted to do it in the future to have an extra window for buffs you can activate. But that's pretty much it. Just as a reminder, click the link down below to get access to this beautiful masterpiece of Excel, which is not a masterpiece. Yes, just go to the download section. I can show you again. Hello. Just go to the download section and you can find the newest version. I also have a to-do list here. You can ask me questions if you have any suggestions as well. Yes, it's just a little platform so I can keep track of that. Alright. And what else? Nothing. Goodbye.